language.
Oh my goodness. What is your favorite subject?
My favorite subject is like geography and physics.
A scientist. Hi, Dalbir. So good to see you.
Nice to see you.
My goodness.
Nice to see you. I am very well, thank you.
Where's Avneet?
She's here.
Oh,
Nice to see
hello.
She's getting ready for class.
Oh, this is such a treat.
you. Yes.
You're in a different house than before? Have you moved house?
A little bit renovate. It's the same.
Looks great.
The same
Dalbir,
house.
where are you, Dalbir?
I am also here in same house, but in different room.
Drawing room. Drawing.
Okay. um, your house looks so different. You've been making changes. Okay. So, Twinkle, what time do you go to bed usually? I mean, should we start with you?
Yes, yes.
Yes, I think normally I got 10:30 to my bed.
Oh, so we have time.
Yeah, but today we are going to trip at 10 o'clock to Kashmir and Jammu Kashmir.
Okay. So, Twinkle, I'm working on a book about people's what they believe about God and the meaning of life and deep subjects like that. So let's start with you. And for people who don't know, who don't understand what it is to be a Sikh, how is it different than being a Hindu or being a Muslim or being a Christian? What do Sikhs, what are the core beliefs as far as you think?
Yeah, like I always believe that there is a one God in the world, right? And there is always one God. In the Sri Japji Sahib, the first line is that Ikamkar Satnam. Ikamkar means that there is a one God. Satnam, it means that his name is Sat. Sat means truth. There is one God in the world and his name is Sat. Satnam. And Sikhism and Hinduism is Sikhism is different from Hinduism. Like Sikhism does not pray to any statue. They does not pray and they does not believe in any statues. Whereas when we go into any temple, you can see that there is a big statues like a god, goddess, Hanuman, like that. So in Sikh, they always tell that believe in one God, don't pray to anyone. Like we are praying that we in Hinduism they pray to like you can say in statues. Yeah. And
ट्विंकल तेरे बंद हो गया इंटरव्यू बंद हो गई फोन कट दे आवाज कट गई
I'm real sorry. Actually, there was one call. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they tell me that I believe that all religions are equal. There is nothing that this is the biggest religion, this is the lowest religion. I believe that all religions are equal. And like we provide langars to the free. We provide langar. Sikhs provide langar, and Hindu also provide langar. I don't say that they don't provide. We also provide, and they also provide. And yeah, I want to say this.
Do you help out at the Gurdwara when people are making food and doing service for other people?
Yeah, I work there and I help them also. Like when I go to some gurdwara, I help them like peeling the peas and chopping the vegetables. And I help that also. And I help in the langar kitchens. Yeah, and I do same also.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
that's an important part of being a Sikh, don't you? That you do service and help other people.
And one thing is also there that in some temple of Hinduism, they only allow a Hindu enter in their temple. But whereas in Gurdwara, everyone is permitted to allowed to come in the Gurdwara Sahib. That is the main difference.
Where do people get the money to buy all the food to give away?
Like when we are, some of the money is coming, some of the money are donating by people, and some are by government.
Oh,
Like one is a like donation box when the people go and to there is a like a saving money box in the front of gurdwaras, and then when people give them money, like, and then they, I think, help with that. Yeah.
what, excuse me, what's interesting to me is that I've seen pictures from ancient times of Sikh women as warriors, as soldiers on horses. They're very brave and very strong. So it seems like that women are seen as strong as well as men. Do you get that feeling from Sikh history?
Yes, 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 definitely. Like Bibi Pago ji, Bibi Pago, she is like a warrior, women warrior. She like fight. She fought in the, like, the battle between the Sikhism and the Muslimism, like Bazir Khan and Shri Guru Gobind Singh Ji. The between that fought the Bibi Pago also fight in that uh, battle. Yeah.
Um, to change the subject, what are you thinking about university and your career? What do you, it sounds like you're interested in science to
Yeah, I'm
study.
interested in science. Yeah. Like I like a scientist, engineer, like that.
What kind of scientist? There's all kinds.
Like those who are inventing new things. Like every scientist is inventing new things. I don't say that, but I'm like most of in the aeroplane, like aeroplane engineers, aerospace,
You'd
like
be
that.
interested in being in designing airplanes.
Yeah,
How
like that.
interesting. Why?
Because I see, I like pilots when they drawn, they when they fly high in the sky, and I see the movies on the uh like I help my teacher. It's a one movie, and in that film, one boy wants to become a pilot, but he can't never. Yeah, like it's my child dream.
Mm, mm.
Yeah, yes.
Um, in your parents' generations, people got married with the help of their families. So their parents said, "Oh, I think you two would be a good couple." And I'm wondering if that's changed for young people in terms of young people picking their own partners, or do you think it's a good idea to have your parents pick who you will
I
marry someday?
I think that everyone is right to choose their own life partner. No one can force anyone that you have to choose this, you have to pick this and that. Everyone has his or her own like choice. But I think first we have to get a job, and first we have to stand on our feet, and then we can marry to someone else.
Yeah. Do you think other children your age have that same kind of belief, or do you think you're unusual?
I think every person have their different minding, every person have different thinking. So yeah, my thinking is that first we have to get our own job. First we have to build our own house. We should have our own property. Then we should marry.
Mm.
Yeah.
It seems like the most challenging thing for young people is the board exams. That Indian students study so hard for those boards, and they go on for days, and they determine what kind of university you get into. So there's a lot of pressure. Is that true or not true?
Yes, it's true. Like I'm having very much pressure of my study. And this says I'm getting all the subjects in this class like physics, chemistry, geography, biology, and math. Maths everyone have. Like I'm having so much pressure of these subjects on me. But my interesting subject is geography and physics.
So how
Like
the
our
boards are in 7th grade and 11th grade, or what grades do you have the big boards exams?
they're like in the 12th grade, definitely 12th. Yeah,
Yeah.
because their studies are more harder than our. Like I'm in 7th and they will be in 11th. Then their studies will be more difficult.
So you have them in 7th, 11th, and 12th?
7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and
Oh.
11th, 12th.
But
Yeah.
the big ones for university are in 12th?
After 12th.
Mm.
After, yeah.
And what are they called?
Sorry?
What are those exams after grade 12 called? What's their name?
Like college exams, board exam, BA1, BA2, +2 exam, bachelor, like that.
Mm.
For professional colleges, if they want to become doctor, something like that, they have to be
Bachelor,
qualified that kind of. They have to choose their field. I think.
Mm. And then is university free or do students have to pay?
no, we have to pay. In a big amount, we have to pay.
Mm. Do they have,
Yeah.
does the government have scholarships where they help students?
No, no.
Some colleges.
Some are having scholarships, but some are not.
Okay.
First of all, scholarship, we have to pay, clear some tests, and then we can get a scholarship.
Mm.
Yeah.
Something interesting to me is around the world, there are more girls that are college students than boys, except Africa. And I'm wondering if you see that girls work harder and try harder in school, or you don't see any difference.
Actually, I don't see any college girl like this. Like, I think that they all have work hard in their exam, but it's depend on their mentality, that how they think, that how they have to pass, how they have to study, how they have to make their future. If they want to make their future bright, they have to study hard.
Mm. And
First of all, if they want a good future, they have to make the present better. They have to work hard in the present, then they will get a good, nice future.
so you don't see any difference between the boys and the girls in your classes in terms of how they study or behave?
No.
Interesting. In the US, women are 60% of the college students, men are 40%. So people are worried here about a boy crisis because they think that boys aren't doing as well as girls. But it sounds like people aren't talking like that in India.
Yeah. But boys in my class, girls are very hardworking, whereas boys, only 2, 3 boys are working hard, and all are naughty boys, behaving in like, like a naughty child.
We have an expression that boys will be boys, and there's nothing like girls will be girls. So
Yes.
your
Yeah.
mom is saying yes. Let's if you had a choice as a aeronautics engineer, would you have children too if you choose to get married?
No.
No. First of all, I will get my own job. First of all, I will stand on my own feet, and then I will get married, and then I will have children, like that.
How many
First of
children, ideally?
Like mom, one.
like Mama
She's
Why?
a single daughter.
because it's a very hardworking
It's
and
very hard.
big job.
And very
To
costly.
be a parent.
It's very expensive here to educate your children. Our school fees are very, and bus fees, school fees. If I want to give good education to my child, so I need to spend a lot of amount on her study and on her future trainings. If I want that she becomes a like a
Yes.
IAS, HAS, highly service, job here, like a class officer, then we need a lot of amount for her study. So I just me and we just take decision that one child is enough because we affords only one child fees and all expensive. It's very hard for two childrens here.
Ah, uh, how much a year for school fees, even for government schools? How much?
I have
Actually,
no idea.
government fees is not expensive, but in education, level of education is not very good in the government schools. Their standard is not good. So people want to send their children in the private schools, and they are charging as they want. And the people's in India, the unemployment rate is very high, ratio is very high. And Avneet is qualified teacher, and I'm qualified teacher, and we have passed our teaching test like 2005 in Kashmir. But still, we didn't got jobs. And I started my jobs, private tour and travel things, which is not easy to due to the COVID situations. So we want that our children has to go in the good schools. And Christianity, they are bringing the schools here like Mount Carmel's names here. They want to spread their religion. They want to be make people mentally prepare or inspire or influence them about their Christianity through education. But their education level is standard is high. Their teachers, their staff, their standard is different from our education system. So we have to send our children to these Christian schools, and their prices is high. Everyone can't afford it, and their board is different. We have a state, our state government education board, and then central government education board, and this is ICST, international maybe standard board for college learning. ICST board maybe the board name. So this is not easy for us to afford. So, but we want our children has to learn the vast education. At least they can qualify, but they can achieve their dreams, whatever they want to become. So it's not easy when I'm living in a very small hometown. We are grown up in very basic school. We studied in very basic schools, and medium of instructions was
Oh, I think it's some technical issue.
Yeah.
Papa, yeah, wait.
when I studied. The medium of instruction in my school was Punjabi.
Dalbir, we're not hearing you.
सुने नहीं करता.
Twinkle, is there anything else that you would like people to know about growing up in India, or about Sikhism or that kind of thing?
Like most of the students are not touching with the religions. Like most of the people, very few from 195 are not touching with the religions in Sikhism. Like from 100, 95 are not touching with the Sikhism. Only 5%. Only 5% are touching with the Sikhism. Very low students.
Children's करते हैं.
Yeah, in
So
Sikhism, in
I'm
Sikh,
happy to see my daughter that she has a good fluent in English, because
Oh,
it's
yeah.
the effect of the her Christian schools. And when I missed my questions answer when I was studying in very basic schools, and medium of instruction was till my graduation was Punjabi. And when I met first foreigners in 1999 in my hometown, my English was not good, and it was very hard for me to be understand listening and speaking, which is still not very I'm not very good fluent in English. And but due to I have some friends, it's my professional. But I'm very happy to see my daughter, at least she can understand your question, and at least she's going to give her answer to your questions as she understand. So
Yeah.
it's a big achievement for me.
Yeah. Right. Twinkle, when were you born? What month and year?
yeah. So
Dora dasso.
yeah, actually, one call was
Dora
there. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry.
Dora dasso.
Yes, yes. So I was born in Himachal, like in August. I was born in August,
What year?
26th of August, 2010.
Okay. So you're the start of a new generation. They're called Generation Alpha. And they're before them is Generation Z. And people say these young people are very well educated, really know what's happening around the world, and are going to make a difference. So I hope that's true. In your some families have they have rules, you know, that this is really important in our family. What are some of the rules in your family? That these are the rules. This is important to us, our values.
Like, like my family rules are. Wait,
Why one
I'm
your
sorry.
mic is
Yes, yes. Sorry. So sorry. Can you repeat the question?
Yeah. What would you say are the important rules in your family? We don't do this. We do this. We really value things. It's really important that you whatever.
Yeah. Some of the basic rules are, first of all, that we don't have to cut our hair in my family. That's one of the basic rules, that we don't have to cut our hair. And whenever we are free, we have to. And first of the second rule is that always remember God. Always. Yeah. And third thing is that whenever you are having a holiday at a home, you have to go to Gurdwara Sahib. Gurdwara Sahib, like that rules we are having. And we have to trust only in a one God. And we do Path, Kirtan. Yeah, these are some of the basic rules of my family.
And what happens in your family if someone doesn't follow the rules? Like what I've always done with my son and grandson is they get a timeout. So if they don't follow the rule, then they have to like go to their room or something. So what happens if someone doesn't follow the rules, or do you always follow them?
I think it's not happen in my home. Always we follow the rule. It's not happen. Yeah, but when I was very tired, one of the day I was it was my holiday and I didn't do parts on that day. And I didn't went to any gurdwara. And then on that day, they was very angry with me. That why you don't do this? Why you don't? This is our rule of a family. Why you don't do this like that?
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
not fast and hard.
Anything else that you would like to say, Twinkle?
Yes.
Mm,
I like your belly dance.
Uh, my mother is saying that she like your belly dance.
I saw your belly dance Facebook. Love your belly dance. And
Not a
you're
belly
looking
dance, swing dance.
you're dancing
This
like a
question is for Twinkle.
18
Twinkle, do
years
you
girl.
like to say anything about yourself, your education, or
Oh,
your
nice,
ritual beliefs, or anything?
nice to meet you. I want to see you again in India. Come, you are most welcome in India, especially in Punjab, Nandpur Sahib.
Oh
So
yeah,
thank
I
you.
miss it. Okay,
Oh,
let's talk to Mama and Papa.
please.
So Avni, you grew up with a lot of brothers. So
Yes,
how many brothers? What's your birth order?
I have three brothers, and I am a younger sister. All my brothers elder than me, and I am only one child, girl child, and they all love me so much. My parents, my brothers, they all, because I'm small, all of them. So they just take care of me, and every time is calling me, asking something like me, and they love me, my family also.
They look after her like a child
Yeah.
all the
They
time.
treat
Did she eat?
my
Have you
parents.
eaten? Did you sleep well?
Yeah,
What you
my
did
father
today?
father is like same your age, and he's always guide me. He's always guide me. My mom always guide me.
In
Do this,
India,
do.
parents sometimes don't let their children grown up. They still treat them like their child. They don't let them grow. They don't like become them independent.
That's their love. That's their
They see a
love.
drawback too.
No, no, no.
Because
It's not. It's
I'm her husband. She don't ask advice to me. She's asking advice to her brothers, her fathers, her mother. You know, it's a too much attachment and too much, and like too much love or too much, sometimes. So
it's their love and caring about me because they love me too much. So it's their love. There is their way to show their love, because we didn't give them anything. They don't expect us from anything. Only they are caring us, and they are just because I'm not living with them. They all live together, my brothers and my parents, one big family. So I am away from them. So they are uh, caring about me, calling me, asking me. So it's parents' love from their child.
When were you born? When and where?
I was born in my maternal home in Himachal Pradesh, and I was born 10th May 1981.
And then you studied to become a teacher. So you
Yeah.
have your, and what grade level were you thinking of teaching?
Uh, I have passed my postgraduate from University of Himachal Pradesh, and after that I had passed my master degree in Hindi language. And after that, I went to Kashmir, Srinagar to complete my education of B.Ed, Bachelor degree in education. And I did there a 1 year course in Kashmir University for teaching, special teaching. So I just want to, and I cleared the test for a teaching job, all test in our state level and our central level. So I'm just waiting for government give me job, but it's a little bit very late. They are doing very late. So I did higher studies there, and for and master degree in Hindi teacher. So if I
Mm.
get in school, so I am just I just teaching the student Hindi language.
what grade?
Yeah. Huh?
What grade?
10th or 12th grade?
Grade. Till then 10th grade.
12th too.
12th grade. Sorry, 12th grade.
Mm.
11, 12th. Like yeah.
Mm-mm. What did your family teach you about what it means to be a Sikh and to be a Sikh woman and wife and mother and whatever?
Okay. Actually, my parents lives in Himachal Pradesh. There are very few Sikhs there, six families there. It's because all our neighbors are Hindus. Only our families and my uncles, we are only one village of six there. So very few Sikhs are there. But my forefather, he was a Sikh. And when he married his girls to any person, so he just put one wish that he just want only one thing, that who's going to marry with their daughter, he become a Sikh, then he married his daughter with that person. So he spread Sikhism slowly in our state, like our one district, two district, three district, like that. And they believes in Sikhs. My all parents, my all families, uncles, they didn't cut their hairs. They believes also in Sikhism there. And they woman, my mom was teacher. She was very strong lady. She's very strong lady. So she was a teacher in school. And we are four children. And she went to school, come home and do working fast. And we have cattle there. So she took care of cattle also, and four children. It's very big responsibility for a woman. So she was very strong in her time. So she told me, just face things, don't afraid. Your women are strong. So I just inspired with my mom. Yeah.
Have you been to a wedding? You have henna on your hands?
One day before, there is a one fast here, Karwa Chauth. It's called Karwa Chauth. Karwa Chauth means we did this fast for our husband's long life. And we whole days we didn't drink water, we didn't have any food. Oh, no water, no food. So we fully fast, no water, no food. Every years it comes in October. So we all, it's a Hindu tradition. Sikhs are not following, but we are living in a mixed culture. So we follow. We do makeup in night time, and we saw moon from strainer, flower strainer. We saw moon, and we just pray our husband, and every woman's dress up, and they just pray when moon is coming. After that, they are having water and having food. So it's a whole day fast. One fast I took for Twinkle, I take for Tink after 3 days. So the same process is that. But we that day we just saw only stars. So stars comes 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock, but moon come late, like 8, 9. So it's very hard. It's very hard. It's only our mentality and our tradition.
And then you do the henna on the hands as part of the day?
Yeah, it's part of the day, because women are get ready, makeup, sari, suits, and the full day of women's.
Ah, got it. Okay. Dalbir, let's go to your early childhood.
Please.
Where
Please.
and when were you born?
I
Sorry,
born in
sorry.
1982 in November in Anandpur Sahib. It's one of the very historical place in Sikhism. This place is known as the birthplace of Khalsa. I born and grown up here. My hometown is on the shadow of the Himalayas and border to the Himachal Pradesh.
And what was your birth order? What brothers and sisters do you have?
I have three sisters and one brother, and I'm youngest in all of them. We are 5 siblings.
Oh, so you and Avneet are both the youngest.
And youngest, and
Yeah.
also one interesting thing, we both studied in Kashmir same year, but we never met each other.
Ah, that is interesting.
And today we are going first time together to Kashmir in night time for 4 or 5 nights, and with my daughter. It's
Oh,
first time
nice.
together we are going tonight.
Oh, nice. And did your brothers and sisters treat you like the baby and take care of you, or what was it like to be the youngest?
Yeah, actually, I think yeah, I got most of love because I was youngest, and being a boy because my eldest sister, three sisters, and I'm youngest in them, and maybe my parents was waiting for a boy and boy and boy, Indian mentality, and so they love me very much, and when I was child, yes, they treat me like child.
So if you're both expecting to be treated with a lot of love and being taken care of, how does that work out if you both expect to be the baby?
Avneet can give answer.
No, no, he will give answer because this time, this time, now Twinkle is 12 years old. So I saw when she is growing up, it's very hard to take care of a child. So she is now growing up, and I'm feeling free. And after maybe 1 or 2 months, I get a job, and government job in as a teacher. So it's very hard to take care of another child. When you are doing job and another child, so it's very complicated. So I am just I don't want other child. I only one child is enough for us. So because it's very expensive studies, hard studies here, and all these things, situations. So I'm thinking that one child is enough.
Hmm. Dalbir, how did your family teach you about God and the meaning of life and what it is to be a Sikh? How did they teach you?
I think it's not about family, just society, my education, and my school where I studied. It is six schools. Like it was not. It was government school, but my school was under the running by the our Sikh community, like some gurdwaras under the temples organizations. So all this influenced me very much. My family, my father was sick, and every day he was getting up early, having shower like 4 or 5 o'clock, getting up and having cold shower. And when he was getting up, he was every day he was first thing he was reciting Japji Sahib, empty stomach. He don't eat anything, and these things inspired me. And he was going to everyday temple, and they also teach me to go to temple. And when I grown up, I become like 6, 7, 10 years old, then going to temple with my father every day. And then I learned to do the work in the community kitchens when it was festivals here. We have many festivals. We have 10 gurus, their birthday, their anniversaries, and our festivals, serving to the community kitchens. All these things I learned through my parents when they were taking me to the society, and because their influence and their part in my life to taking me with them to the to making me more social. It influenced me very much. Spirituality and community kitchen and volunteer work, helping for others. Whenever some beggars or poor people come to my home, to give them money, or some my neighbors or some next street people next door somewhere, there is some poor people was living, and whenever we were making some food, and especially on the festivals day we were sharing with them. I remember one blind man was living just a couple of streets close to my home. When it was a Diwali or any big festivals here, my father was saying, please give food to these people first. Whenever my mom was I have birthday, I don't have a tradition when I grown up to cut cakes. It's a Western culture to putting the candle. My parents was making the food in home, and they were inviting the small girls and poor families, and I have to clean their feet with my hand. And we were serving food to the girls, especially the girls, and I was washing their feet, and I was doing this like the women's are goddess, and I was serving the food these girls, and I was giving them little donation to these girls. My parents teach me these kind of beliefs, which is more valuable in the society. And so whenever I have birthday, donate to other people's. It's not like you can do a big parties or cakes. So we are influenced now with the Western culture. But earlier when I was a child, I was going to the temple. We were giving to the food to the poor peoples and inviting the small girls, baby girls, like 3 to 10 years, serving them. These kind of many things I learned through my parents.
Yeah. um, who was the first guru that changed from Hinduism and taught Sikhism? Who's the most important?
All gurus are important in Sikhism, but our founder of Sikhism is Guru Nanak. First guru is Guru Nanak Dev Ji, because when he came in this earth, he was the shape of God. He came on this earth, and that time Hinduism was totally doing wrong things and making people fools, do this karma, that karma, caste and creed system, and not equality. And women's is unattached. Women cannot go to the temples, and lower caste people cannot go to the temple. And India was divided in the through the Brahmanas in the casteism. Like this is lower caste, higher caste. These are the warriors or something like that. Brahmins keep them on the very high rank. Whatever they were saying that kings has to follow that, because king Brahmana was very high in the society. All the religious controls under him. Whatever he was saying, that is like God's word. So Guru came. Guru Nanak Dev Ji played the very important role in Sikhism. In that his message is one, like there is a no. We all are born from one light. There is a no caste and creed system. There is a no like Hindu, Muslim, Sikhs, Christians, or Buddhism, Jainism. All God is one. Brahmana was saying the Om, their mantras is Om. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji came, he put in front of Om Ik. Ik mean one. Ik Oankar. This is the first alphabet of Shri Guru Granth Sahib, our living Guru. First word of Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Bani. So God say, Guru Nanak Dev Ji said that God is one. Brahmana was very upset. Only we knows that Om is the sound of God. Why you're putting in front of that one? Guru say he is one. God is always one, and you have to be tell teach to the other society all. So he faced many troubles. Guru's he said he is a truth. His sat. His name is truth. And what is happening around this world, this universe, these planets, all is under his order. We are saying okay, we are doing this, it's different thing, but everything is happening with time according to his order. Tsunamis, earthquakes, disasters, global warming, whatever things are happening is under his order. He can destroy this earth, he can make again it. We have to be believe, but it's in a scientific word, we don't believe it easily. And Guru gave the message that God, he is a Akal Murat. He has a shapeless. God is shapeless. He don't have shape. We cannot believe put him in like he is in the shape of Christian Jesus. He's not in the shape of like Rama or Lord Shiva or Hanumana. We can't capture him in the shapes. He is shapeless, and he is fearless. He don't afraid from anyone, and he don't made afraid to others. This is the definition of God our Guru gave us. And only with the chanting his name we can reach close to him. There is no any special path. We have to be pure to our karmas, our path, our loyalty, our honesty. So these things is the definition of God our Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave to Sikhism. It's a nutshell of the of anything about God, like definition. So Guru Nanak Dev Ji played very important role, and he's saying women are more higher than men's. Why we can say women is our shoe, doorstep, doormat? Why we can use them like that? If we are saying Guru Nanak Dev Ji or Jesus or any God, or they born from the mother's womb, and all the kings in this earth, they came through mother's womb. How this woman can become unattached when we came through her womb? She is a creator. She is a more highly respectable. When we don't have teeth, she automatically milk came in her breasts when we born. It never came before birth. So she look after God also spread our food in her breast. It came milk same time, and we grown up through that. So how she's going to become unattached? So gurus, our gurus give the very high rank to the women's, that there is all women's are equal as men, at least, never going to be down. We have to be respect women's equality. There is a no caste and creed system. All our Sikh temples, we have four doors, like north, east, west, and south, four directions. And Sikh Indian society is divided by Brahmanas, four casteism: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Shudra, and Vaishya, Dalit, lower caste. And Guru saying all the lower caste, four peoples can come from any door. There is no restrictions. Before you come to me, there is a holy srovers, holy tank we have. Guru saying go and dip there, because that time transportation is not close. We have to walk miles to see our Guru's spiritual places, to see Guru that earlier time. Guru said, before you come to me, come and have a shower first, relax, have food, community kitchens messes, have food first, then come to see me. It's like hospitality, like serving with the others. Guru saying, whatever you are earning in your life, if you God give us 10 things, return one back to the Him. One. Like, so in hundreds, 10% we have to go back to the community kitchens, to helping others. Because in our community kitchens, any kind of people's, casteism, women's, Muslim, Christian, Jainism, Buddhism, all can sit together and they can have together. There is a no higher and lower rank. All has to sit in one line, and they have to eat same meal. It's not for special meal for higher caste, lower caste. Gurus, this is the message about our Guru Nanak Dev Ji is given very powerful. Guru saying God give you it this 10 hands and do hard work with that hands in your lifetime, and whatever you are earning also save 10% to the others, to the community kitchens or the society, anyone, wherever it needed. It doesn't mean it should be kitchen, anywhere.
When did Guru Nanak live?
Sorry.
What century? What time period
He
Guru Nanak?
he born in actually in 1469 in the place is now in Pakistan, Nankana Sahib. It was 14th century he born.
Mm,
That time Mughal was ruling in India.
mm. And then what's the role of the following gurus, and who says yes, this person is indeed the next guru?
It was not easy, because Guru Nanak Dev Ji has two sons. He didn't give his leadership to his sons. He find he saw Guru Angad. Angad, the second Guru's name was by Lehna, but Angad mean the part of body. Any kind of part of your body is called Ang. When Guru Nanak Dev Ji gave his leadership to the next Guru, and he made that person his part of his body, he transferred his light to the second Guru. He didn't give his leadership to his two sons, which is Udasins. Baba Shri Chand and Lakshmi Chand was Guru Nanak Dev Ji two sons. He gave many tests to his sons and the second Guru, and second Guru was more polite, more gentle. He was more suitable according to the Guru Nanak Dev Ji path. He chose them. It's a long story. It's not easy to share, like, but Guru Nanak Dev Ji find the real person through his dedication,
Is it kind
his
of
true
like
work.
the Dalai Lama, how they find a Dalai Lama to
Yes,
succeed?
it is a Sikhism it's not like that. Dalai Lama, like we have to. It's all when one guru is going to be transfer his life to the next body. He find that person. It's like a home. When I'm going to stay in one home, I know what is my requirements. I need a attached bathroom. I need kitchen. I need meditation room. It's like that, and I can see this thing is suitable for me, and this atmosphere and this everything is suitable to me because whoever become the guru, he only become through the meditation, selfless service. Selfless service is very important part in Sikhism. Serving for others is very important. Respect all the religions, very important. And always ready to die for humanity. It's not about Sikhism, Muslim, any humanity. Ninth Guru just left from my hometown to Delhi to Chandni Chowk, where he did his had sacrifice to this Hinduism. So Guru saying you have to be ready, at least you have to be you have to be ready yourself to sacrifice for others if someone need it. You can't say I'm a guru, I'm not going to die. I can send someone else, or it's not my job. They say this is a Muslim person, this is Muslim person, and they have to find someone from their community. They are Hindu, they have to find someone in from their community. Guru saying there is a no religion, we have to be served for the humanity. So all that person who has a good character, and doing selfless service, and always ready to sacrifice, no attachment, materialistic things, and who Guru see this is the right person, then this light is passed through next to next Guru according to these things.
Who is the leader now?
Our now living Guru is after our 10th Guru is Shri Guru Granth Sahib, or holy book, which you can say in English, but it's we don't say it's a book, it's a Guru. It's like Bible, or it's like you can say your Muslim can say Quran. Our living Guru is Shri Guru Granth Sahib. Shri Guru Granth Sahib is our living Guru. Now,
So there's not a living person.
no, no, no. We don't believe in human shaped body. Our all beliefs should be we have to follow what our Guru's message. Guru said, "Don't do whatever I did. Do whatever I'm saying to you." So in Guru Granth Sahib, our six gurus and some other Sufi saints, lower caste saints, and all different kind of saints from the many before Guru's born. They collect their gurbanis, their hymns, and they put it in Guru Granth Sahib, and they completed it. And we gave this our Guru's name Shri Guru Granth Sahib to make the message to the humanity that there is no rich peoples, no lower caste peoples. When we are bowed to our Guru, we are bowed to the lower caste Gurus too. So all the lower caste and higher caste, all the Gurus' banis, all in together in the Ban, our holy book. So it's the masses. It's not like only one Guru can say only my bani, my philosophy should be in this book, in this. So
So
they collected.
when was the last living person guru?
It is a 17th century, 17th Guru Gobind Singh Ji. He passed, and after that they give the leadership to Shri Guru Granth Sahib. And his father and he spent most of time in my hometown where I grown up.
Mm. So Avneet, tell us the story of how you and Dalbir got married.
It's not much interesting.
Oh, it is. It is. Because you didn't know each other. It wasn't where you met each other and fell in love.
Actually, Dalbir's sister, elder sister, she is married in my hometown with my cousin brother. My cousin brother. So she told us that there is a one, my brother is there. So she told to my mom, if you are interested to marry, just meet to each other. If you like, then it's okay. Otherwise, no worry. So my mom just said to me, let's go there. I say, I'm not interested to do marriage in Punjab. But my mom said, just visit there and just look after. I say, okay, I will, me, my brother, and my mom, dad, and his brother in law, we all come together here and we just saw the house. And I first time met with Dalbir in his sister house with my parents. So we just talk there 10 minutes, 20 minutes talk each other. And after 5 months, 6 months later, we engaged to each other, and after 1 year, we got married. And we engaged in 2007, and we married in November 13th November 2008. So it's a long period. So it's
Well,
arranged marriage.
did you see each other during that year or talk on the phone or
No,
interact?
no,
So you
no,
only
no.
met for like 10 minutes?
Only
Yeah,
few
20
times
minutes.
we were giving phone call.
And
Occasionally we were giving call. Occasionally.
if in a week, one time or two times, not regularly.
Not every day.
Mm.
Yeah.
And what did you must have thought, okay, this is going to be, I like him, even though I've only talked for 10 minutes. He is charming person, that's for sure.
I just I just fell all this decision to my parents and my brothers. I said to them, I just want that type of boy who respect you and my brothers, like a friend. So I just said them, okay, you choose boy for me, what you like. So he just suggest Dalbir is good for me. So my parents took decision this. So
Her
it's
means to say her means to say like they are responsible for everything. That's why they are every day checking her, is she okay? Because she is blaming for them for everything. I did marry wherever you said. Now you are responsible for everything. It's arranged
no.
marriage. So they are going to be under pressure till their death because they made her marriage decision.
No, no. Parents thinks good for us. They know better than us what is good for us. So I believe upon them when they are choosing some person for me. So it's nice because they know they're sharp eyes because they saw world. They saw,
They have experience.
they have experience. So they
It's very difficult in this time now. It's because their parents are born now, 1947 something, and we are born like in like we have a big age difference. So it's not very common now in these days, but still going on. But it's not easy decision. Even children, even the peoples run on their wedding day. They can't handle pressure. They know today they have marriage, everything is organized, they run somewhere. It's a society, Indian society. They have pressure over their brothers, sisters, and emotional pressure. They think, oh, we have did you good education, we did everything for you, we bought clothes for you, we bought bike for you, we bought car so then child is our child. They think, okay, the parents did this thing for us, at least we can do marriage. But it's a big role. You have to be spend the life with that person till till you last breath, if you're loyal to that relationship. Problems can happen in love marriages too, but in this age, 20th century, arranged marriage is you're very lucky if it's going well for till end of your life. It's not easy. Social Western things, social media, is all things influencing us. Western cultures. So
To think that it
it's
should
not
be
easy.
a love marriage.
It's actually teenage. They're not in the right age to take a right decision. So parents always want to be play their role, because when teenage, their hormones change and they think this person is right, but parents want like status symbol. This person is not as equal as our status, and this person is not the Sikhism. This is Muslim. Muslim don't like Sikhs. Hindu don't like Christian. So people's families or cultures or something also has a pressure. We think that person should be from our culture, good society, good reputation, good status, good job. And if our daughter is going in someone's home, it should be some comfortable. She can at least get good atmosphere. So many things happen, but when children are in teenage, they're not able good enough to make right decisions.
Yeah. Well, what made you decide after 10 minutes that you were going to spend the rest of your life with Avneet?
I think we both respect our parents very much.
Uh-huh.
So we said, okay, we can do it if they like it, because they did everything for us. And marriage we can do anytime with anyone, but if it's their wish, because they find it's a right person for me, right family for me, so at least we have to be say yes. But it's not easy thing, because your parents are not going to stay all time with you. And after the marriages in India, there is some joint families. We have some issues. So if things not work in this stage, if you have some generation gaps, many problems in joint families. So in the end, your parents can be separate from you, or you have to make your decision. You have to be separate from them. You have to be took all pressure upon you. If you don't have a job, this pressure is going to become more dangerous for you. You have a self-respect. You can't say to your wife, okay, just go and get the money from the parents. If you're a right person, good person, you can't say to you, if she is from rich family, you can say, okay, ask your father to give us every month this set amount of money to raise my family. So all the pressures come on the men in the society, because I have a daughter, I have family, I have to pay bills, I have a grocery, tuition fees, bus fees, school fees, medical expenses, and we are a social. We have a many social gatherings, invitations, weddings, death ceremonies. So all this pressure has to be faced by the men. Parents
Uh,
made their decision, so it is not easy, but meditation is very important part. If you are, it can be help you to just reduce your stress.
Avneet, I know it was hard for you when you came to Dalbir's family, because that you were used to being the flower, the precious girl in the family, and they thought, oh, we get a someone to cook and clean and do work for us. So how were you able to work that out? I think you moved.
because my state culture and Dalbir state culture is different, you know. So it's a little bit difficulties I faced here, but I adjust in this atmosphere now. So slowly I just try to change myself, and I did cooking, washing, everything that I didn't do in my home, my maternal home. I did there, but it's not a compulsory, it's choice. But here I make food for everyone, you know, washing and everything. So it's every woman's life. This change is coming, not for me. It's every woman. After marriage, it's a rebirth for a girl to woman, and again rebirth when you are becoming a mother. So it's a big responsibility after that. So now this stage, men are working in office, it's okay, but women are also handling all house.
Huh?
So women are also
मैं
doing
करे
work in
बैठी join.
women are also working in office also. They are going to office, they are doing home job at home, household work, and they are take care of children, drop them to school, take again back to home, and doing job, so take care of home. Women are also doing work together with men. So like me, I just try to find a good job. So now time in change, going to change slowly, because it's very necessary to work together. Things are very expensive. In India here, very expensive. Everything is expensive here. Children's educations, our groceries, everything, cylinder, gas cylinder, everything is expensive. So we need both together to work in office and home. So
Yeah.
because it's like a two wheels are, when two wheels are going together, it's okay. When one is punctured, then other can automatically.
Yeah.
So it's not like a man is working. So man and woman both are working together.
Right.
Yeah.
Dalbir, your main work is taking tourists around. So
Yes,
what happened during COVID? How did that affect your family?
it affected me very badly and very, very much because when COVID started, because all my tourists was my business was living on the foreigners, and international flights suspended, and tourists was not allowed to come to India. And I don't have a like big office. I don't have many employees. I don't have like some people who were advertising something for me. Whatever I was getting business, it was like mouth to mouth advertisement. People were coming to me. So last 2 years, it was so much stress on my like I was in depression, and prices of things increased very much, and now I'm living separate from my family, and everything I have to be organized from for my family without any business. So my life is just gone on like
Mm.
credit, and only this year business started a little bit, but this Russia and Ukraine war again affected. Prices of things increased, and foreigner people they don't have budget to come to India, and it's big competition here in India for me because I'm living in very small hometown, and people are big cities. They have a better advertisement things, and they have offices in abroad. Many things were media. So I just praying to God, and I'm trying my best, and I always keep in touch with my friends through social media like Messenger, WhatsApp. I'm making tour itineraries. I made one my recently my business account on Google, and I gave this new name, In Depth India. So I'm just saying to people, just if they like to come, if their friends want to come to India, please recommend my name. I can do Kundalini yoga tours. I can organize educational tours. I can do photographic workshops. I work with BBC, and any kind of tours if they want to do in India, I'm always ready to do it because I'm doing these kind of things since 1998, 1999. So I know very well what foreigners like. But last 2 years, very shocking for me. It put me to think I have to find something else. This is not job. It's like a passion for me. I never been out of India, but now I'm thinking I have to send my daughter abroad. At least she can have a good atmosphere. She can make some good links there, and she at least after she can also spread my message to other countries too. It was not easy for me last 2 years with
Mm.
COVID.
If people want to get in touch with you, what's the best way, what website, or what's the best way to learn about what you do?
I have a website too, dalbirsindia.wordpress.com, or I have recently made also one Google page which is a in depth India. In Depth India is my travel agency in Anandpur Sahib. In Depth India travel agency in Anandpur Sahib is in my hometown. So if people like to come, they can send me message there on my Facebook page and my Dalbir's India @gmail.com. They can send me email, and my WhatsApp number they can keep in touch with me too, which is 91 is my country code, 9815696476 is my WhatsApp number. And I'm also running one page on Facebook too, on Dalbir's India name, Dalbir's India on Facebook. Also same name on Instagram too. It's because everyone is using Instagram and Facebook. Okay, people like to keep in touch with me. Dalbir's India on Facebook and Instagram too. In Depth India Travel Agency in Anandpur Sahib is my hometown. People can also find me there too. So you can also recommend my name to your friends and educational tour to
Has it
spiritual.
picked up at all? I mean, are there tourists coming back again now?
Some people are keep in touch with me. They want to come in March, and recently I did one tour with Russian peoples in Spiti Valley, where the Dalai Lama want to leave his body in the end. This place is called Tabo. It is very, very, very nice place, and like ninth century old monastery is there, very old and real authentic things. So I'm some people from Argentina. They want to keep it come to Anandpur Sahib in my hometown in March to do the holy pilgrims. So I need some regular clients. Regular clients. One client is coming in June and second is coming in March. So living source is not very comfortable sometimes. So
Do you ever think about going back to teaching, or it's too hard to find a job?
it is, if I really want, I can, but it's not my passion. I can be teacher, and because the salary is not good enough here, I can't raise my family with that, and I don't like the pattern of educations too here. I like to do volunteer work for the poor children. I can like to do sometime guest lectures to the schools. Whenever some foreigners come to me, I like to take them and do some good English classes for them free. And some medical tours come, some doctors I can tell them to take to the schools, some like first aid or giving some tips for girls, their teenage problems, and population controlling lectures. And I can inspire children, like if they don't get job, don't be stressed. I'm also one of them. Just please, you can choose a tour and travel business. It's a big industry. Hospitality industry is a big industry in India. So they have to be, at least India is full of culture. At least they have to be learn about their cultures, because Western Ayurveda and traditional things, even their cooking things, they can teach to the foreigners. Online cooking classes, many things, Ayurveda, massage, spa, or mantras. It's a big industry. So I like to inspire children's time to time in their classes. I want to, but I'm not happy with my government policies. That's why I don't, little bit stressed.
Um, Prime Minister Modi is known for Hindu nationalism, and I wonder if that harms Sikhs.
It is a big question, and I have seen many governments, but in this government, there are so many social media and in the news, many things is going on, like Muslim and Hindus. We have some shrine issues. They want to make their Hindu shrines there, which was 1,000 years ago, Muslims. And there is a cow is their holy animals. There's that issues too. And minority peoples are feel like they are not very well protected or very well cared, or maybe they're thinking that prime minister is not doing good for them. But it's not Modi's or policies, but it's our state governments has to be play role in that. If central government is doing something wrong, then state government has to be uh, put step forward to raise. I don't think so. Local people or innocent peoples or mobs need to be involved in these things. They have to raise voice to their local elected MLAs or their parliament members. It's easy way if we have some any issues. We don't have to be take law in our hands against our country, because we still have to live in this country. And Punjabis always give the big sacrifice for this nation. And so media, everyone has different view that they believe that our prime minister has some. They like to be believed, like to be spread Hinduism. It's not a doubt, but if maybe we have like our Sikh peoples become president or prime minister in India, they like to be do something for their community, because it's like election or vote game. The majority of in India is the Hindu. Muslim and Sikhs are in minorities. Their vote bank doesn't matter,
Mm.
because their MLAs are the needs the number of MLAs or MPs, member of parliaments, about the Hindu. So Hindus are in majority, so they elect there. So it's very easy for them. So, but Punjabi peoples are now going out of in Punjab, because they have many issues here. And recently we have a big farmer protest which runs like more than 1 years,
Yeah, I heard.
and it was not easy. And yesterday, our armies, 5 people died in Kashmir in militancy attack, and 4 of them was Punjabi. And
Oh.
at least Punjabi people are expecting our prime minister has to give tweet. Their life is not going to come back with tweet. We don't expect anyone's sympathy, but they have to become forward, being a majority, to say the more than 70% sacrifice for these nations are done by the Punjabis. And we are loyal and we always stand with our country. We don't want separation. We love our country. We always ready, because our gurus teach us to die and give sacrifice for the humanity. It's not about Hindu, Sikh, or anyone. Wherever people's need, we are always ready. So it's not. I think every our prime ministers, whatever beliefs they have to be also respect and to be take all together for the development of the nations, because
Yeah.
India is a big democratic country in this world. So social media is influencing and their message is going very quickly to the world. World knows everything. They don't need my statements, but I think our prime minister will do justice for all the minorities too.
There's hoping. Avneet, anything else that you'd like to say about raising a child to be a good Sikh, or making a family happy, or anything that we haven't talked about?
Yes, to make a child a Sikh, I just want that Twinkles become a follows the Sikh rules and chanting and go to gurdwaras, and we are doing sometimes me and Twinkles are doing worship together. So not much word to me. I have not much word, but I just want to say that we not in only Sikhism, every religion, we need to tell our children what is good for them and what is not. If we are connecting our children with worship, then it's good. Otherwise, they are going to other sides like drugs and bad habits. So smoking. in here in Punjab, children are adopting a Western culture. Sikh people, Sikh children, they are cutting their hairs. They just want to go abroad and just do fun there, have fun there. So for going abroad, they are cutting their hairs. They just leave Sikhism. Their parents are real Sikhs. They took Amrit, but their children, they didn't force their children when they are growing up. They didn't force them to come in Sikhism and take Amrit because they are now elder. When our child is small, we need to tell them that what is good for them and what is not good for them. So we need to them that just join to guru and do prayers, and we need to tell if we are chanting, we are praying, going to gurdwaras, and we are telling them a good habits, then they can understand. Otherwise, when we are telling all these things and when they are young and teenage, they can't understand this. They just doing a revelation, you know. They're saying they are just going to opposite because they think why our parents do all these things with me, because teenage is not a, it's very dangerous age. We can't tell children good things or bad things. To tell them small age is good, for tell them the good things and bad things, then they grow up in the that atmosphere. Yeah.
Mm. Dalbir, any last words, what we have left out that you think should be said?
Please repeat.
Anything that we haven't talked about that you want to say?
Yes, my message I like to say like there is a no religion. There is a religion is not a very important part in life, but we have to be ready to help the humanity. It doesn't mean we have to be Sikh, we have to be Christian, we have to be Muslim. If we all are first of all human being, we are brotherhoods, and we all are born from one light, and we have to be respect others, especially women's, and we have to give good educations to the women's, and we need to be empower them because women is the first teacher in this earth. Whatever we are saying, speaking, and she hold our hands, women's is a very important part. So we have to teach our children to respect women, and always whatever we are earning in life, don't spend it for all for ourselves or for our grandchildren, for other people. We have to always just keep some monies to help to others. He can be our neighbors, he can be a student, he can be a anytime anywhere disaster can happen in this planet. It doesn't mean we are a Indian or Punjabi, we are not going to be help Pakistani, we are not going to be help South Africa. So we have to it doesn't we don't have to learn these things from these like World Bank or UN who has to be play part role of these. All people have to be play big role in this. Like in Iran, there is some burqa problem is going on in these days. So I want like every woman has a right to do whatever they want. They don't have to be put pressure forcefully. My daughter, she is independent to do whatever she has to learn things from herself as she society as she's going to see. I see it's my society different way. Now they are grown up different way. When I grown up, there was no telephone, no TV. Black and white TV slowly came, and then landline came. Then mobile is a big thing. Now they are grown up, with these gadgets. So they are going to see this world differently. So they are independent to choose their path, and they have to choose their things. I can't say she has to be fanatic. She has to be grown up here. Okay, it's part of life because they are grown up. We all born up sick by birth. We don't cut hairs. So whenever we grown up, we cut it, and we become burqa. It's Muslim people. Jenu become Muslim Hindu. So I think my uh, answer in the end, like everyone has to understand themselves first, and also need to spread the message of love. It should be start from the families and then neighbors. If we are not prosper and not helping in families, we're not helping next door, how are we going to be help other peoples, other communities, other countries? So in Middle East is a lot of problems going on. So this World War III is very close. If anything happen wrong, so my suggestions or my request through you, everyone has to just meditate in there at least for 5 minutes,
And
control their mind and use less
what
gadget.
form do you suggest? Like, if people don't know how to meditate, what should they meditate on?
I think they have to just sit at least they have to be get up early morning. They have to be take shower first, because if your body is not clean, how you going to be meditate? Have a shower and just sit alone and chant. Try to find like 10 mantras, or like you can try to sit like this and try to. It does. There is no name of God. Just try to sit like in the closed eyes and try to feel the energy around you, and try to control your mind. Like forget about your job, forget about your family, children's, anything. Just sit straight and try to feel the energy through elements. They are all around us, and don't use all time gadgets, Wi-Fi, mobiles, computer. They're all time around us. They are affecting our energies too. And I think if people like to uh, uh, just sit properly and whatever they have beliefs. I'm not saying they have to chant Sikh mantras or Hindu mantras, Muslim. Whatever they have beliefs, they have to at least 10 to 15 minutes. They have to sit and just pray.
Do you think people could start with Satnam, or what mantra do you think is a good
Yes, people
beginner?
can sit and they can chant Sat Nam Vahe Guru, Sat Nam Vahe Guru. Like this mantra, they can chant for 10 minutes, 20 minutes every day, and it can help them to reduce stress, and maybe best time for them to just before they start their day, whenever they have break, they can chant it, and before they go to bed they can chant it. So I think it's a very important thing for them, and they have to be reduced like intoxications in their life, like drugs, tobacco, cigarettes, and vegetarian diet is very good too. I'm not saying meat is bad, but it depends on the circumstances. If they can survive with vegetables, so they have to be. If they need protein, there is other sources too. But killing animals for whatever we eat, we become like that. We are taking someone's life for our taste, for our body. These things are make God made. He grown vegetables for us, and why we are eating, killing animals when we can survive with the vegetables? But if there is a circumstances there is no food, you are in forest, you have to survive, then we have to eat that kind of skill. But killing someone for our taste to make our days better, if we can't give someone's life, how we can take someone's life? So if we are taking someone's life, maybe in the next generation, that we have to give our life same way for that person. We are taking someone's life for our enjoyment. So our diet is also very big important role going to be. If we are taking drugs, like you can say our mental things, it line eat meat. So elephant eat vegetarian diet. So I think diet is also important part.
Okay, good. I was going to show Twinkle my puppy, but she left. I think this was fantastic. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you.
Nice to see
Thank you
you.
very much.
This was wonderful. I really appreciate your